Hey, you don't look confident, Bo. You don't look confident when you're doing that. You don't look confident.
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar, sponsored by Chiefs Blitz.com, presented by UnderdogFantasy.com. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athen, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hence
He got the winning Super Bowl touchdown.
Okay, got a catch. Anybody could have made that catch.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State.
You did it, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Guys, y'all got it. Comic. Guys, y'all.
I don't know what the trade details are. Hold on.
Boom!
They got Worthy.
Xavier Worthy.
Isn't that crazy? It's been 11 months since the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and it's gone by so fast.
Oh, it's time to piss straight off. Pull up a picture of 81. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Rashad Smith.
Let's go.
There it is.
Oh!
The Chiefs have done their perfect draft.
Dre's gone. I don't know where he's gone.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's a Chiefs Blitz night. Breaking down the plays, keeping everything tight. From my homes to the defense, we give you the scoop. Real talk, real stats, we the ultimate troop.
All righty. Welcome to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com. And also our sponsors, Underdog. I'm your host, Nick Athen, along with the Juice Kid, all the way over from across the pond, Mr. Lou Montagna on the East Coast, and Andre Tillman slaying it with me here in the Midwest.
That's
Gentlemen,
right.
Welcome to the Wednesday edition. It is Wednesday, August 20th. We're 2 days away from the only exhibition game at home in Kansas City, and that is going to be against the Chicago Bears. We'll talk a little bit about that and some news today. But before we get started, let's talk about a couple of our sponsors. First up, Underdog Fantasy. Play now in Missouri. Play $5. You get 50 in bonus dollars. Make sure you use the code Chiefs Blitz. It's really simple. Deposit 5, play 5, get 50 bonus. And, of course, you have the opportunity to get back into swing things with the National Football League. The games begin Thursday. I think they go all the way through Sunday this week. And so you have an opportunity to play the game. They've given away, over $1 billion so far. And that's a lot of coin or a lot of iron, as my grandfather used to say.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. So definitely check out the promo code Chiefs Blitz. There it is. Look at Barkley, high or low, Jefferson, high or low. It doesn't really matter. You pick your favorite player. And again, if you're going to play the final week of the preseason, I say go with the quarterbacks. It's the best way to roll. So there you go. All right. Perfect. I know. It's Wednesday. Hence Todd's going to be back on Friday.
Wow.
He is
Okay.
still recovering from his trip. So Mango has graciously decided to continue his step into the dance and help produce the show.
Now, knowing Hence, do you think they had cameras rolling? I mean, this would have been a perfect opportunity, kind of little bit of a Todd family vacation.
Those cameras stay rolling.
Going across the country.
I would.
Don't cameras stay rolling. That was a whole method behind the madness. It was to go sightseeing. So 18 hours.
They went down
of
Route
footage.
66. I mean, I told them to
Hey,
take
18 hours of good footage.
One way, but then it's always the ride back. Oh, because we've seen all this stuff now. Yeah.
Do you take a plane back, or do you go ahead and relive that moment?
Better him than me, right?
Well,
I don't know. Do you trust your kid driving your car back to Kansas City or wherever?
Well, apparently he did. So they all took turns driving. They did straight through. Had a great time in Arizona.
No, I mean get on a plane yourself and let them take.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to fly with the miss. That wouldn't fly with my missus.
He
no
and his
way.
wife. Yeah.
No. I mean, listen, I've done coast to coast trips, including with my little one Zale, and it's fun. I mean, it's scenic.
We did
By
plane
fun,
trips.
you mean insane? Yes.
Yeah.
And
We did
no,
plane
it
trips.
actually was. It was fun. Now the last time we drove was when we moved. We both drove both of our cars, so it was a little different. So Emily is a speed racer, and I'm a moderate racer. So
So she's a speed demon.
She's got the lead foot.
She's got a very aggressive foot, and
Let's get this thing over with.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
go.
Yeah, so we were fortunate. We did it. We only made one stop, and even when we were Hold on. Even when we were the little one, he was great. Listen, we didn't have iPads. We played stupid games like counting, what license plates from different states.
Hell yeah. Come on now.
And the numbers game and all sorts of stuff. We had coloring books, 8 tracks. 8-track.
The damn 8 tracks.
Within 2 hours, you're done with all that. It's like, oh my God, we still have another 16 hours to go. Like, damn.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Kudos to him. Car bingo. There you go, Kenny.
Football.
Right.
Car bingo. Who played the hell? Well,
I made a little change on the back end today to let people know. Obviously, now we're going exclusively on our YouTube show. To comment, you have to be a subscriber. So if you're listening and you want to comment, just hit the subscribe button. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. Pretty simple thing to do. And that way we can keep track and kind of control some crazies that have come aboard over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, and if you haven't noticed, we're trying to drive subscribership. Right. I don't think there's any secret about any of that. So just do it. It's free.
Real quick, guys. Can y'all rewind the 8-track?
No,
I don't recall. I don't think so.
You can on a cassette, but I'm not sure you could do it on an 8-track.
I don't believe so. I mean, you're locked in.
All right.
You want to
somebody was me and Lou
listen to
answer that question. Come on, Kenny, you know that answer.
I guess it depends on the player. I mean, I'm guessing. I remember my dad had one in a car. This was like early 70s. I do not recall a rewind. I do not.
Yeah, I don't think so
that
either.
Sucks, boy. So you got to play the whole thing through.
The caddy didn't have it. I'm pretty sure the Lincoln didn't have it. I'm pretty sure.
We didn't fool around. If you put something in, you better damn well like it.
You better love it.
There it is.
Before my time.
Yeah. So everybody my age now. The 8-track, you can't rewind the 8-track.
Might be before your dad's time, man. Oh, what are you talking about?
You can't rewind the 8-track, man.
No. My irritation to my brother and sister driving a car was the Alvin and the Chipmunks 8-track.
Oh,
damn!
Yeah, you might have been walking in our family. Yeah,
man, I loved it. They were I think my brother had the cream thing. I can't remember what my sister had.
Walking,
but yeah, no.
Yeah, man.
All right, where are we going?
Football.
Yeah, off the 8-tracks into some football, gentlemen.
What day is Wednesday?
Oh,
all right,
man.
I'm giving a prize away today. I'm giving a signed card away to the winner.
Let's go, gang. It's Wednesday. Here we go. I heard the music.
Let's get it.
You know why you're tuned in. It's the greatest game on YouTube, and you are here front and center to maybe win a prize. Gosh, this is a special one. I didn't even know that. I am going to read a series of concocted clues that only make sense to me in the most part, but you should be able to figure out which current Kansas City Chief we are talking about. So without further ado, let's go. This Kansas City Chiefs father played Division I football. His older brother played Division I football. So obviously football family. When asked a football player he would most want to hang out with, his response was TJ Watt. Clue number 3. This Chief, teammate of first-round pick Josh Simmons in college. The final clue, his last stop in college may give you some Pac-Man vibes. His last stop in college may give you some Pac-Man vibes. So there you have it. Those are the clues. Anybody willing to?
I actually know this, but I can't remember because I remember the quote about Watt, and I can't. Anyway, it's not my turn. Go ahead, Juice Kid.
So John Harrison driving through Lake Chautauqua. That's in New York. I'm very close to the New York border, but good call, John. Yes, very picturesque up there.
Are you going to the Giants game? Chiefs Giants?
Chiefs Giants. That's nowhere near me, Nick.
Oh, okay. We said New York border, so.
Well, yeah, but it's the
right in the middle of the game, man. We breaking down.
It's like Western New York. Buffalo.
Okay, never mind.
Buffalo's right up the road.
Let's get it, man. So Josh Simmons, right? Pac-Man. Those are some of the clues, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So it doesn't look like Hence has a guess yet. It doesn't look like anyone. Is anybody listening? Do we have any listeners right now outside of Ken, Weston, John? Anybody?
Just
Again,
give us
you gotta
proof
subscribe. You gotta
give us proof
subscribe.
of life.
You
Proof
gotta
of life.
subscribe.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh,
Hit that
y'all
subscribe
breathing.
button. There you go.
Tickle
Dalton
those
Cooper,
clues.
Kenny Sinclair.
Dalton Cooper. Wow, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. But it's not Dalton Cooper.
So was there. Let's see. How about
Mango? Put the phone down. We're not using. We're not getting
cheating.
clues. We're not AI. This is just all in your head.
Emergency. I'm responding to an emergency text. Sorry.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go with Asa Pole.
Okay, it is not. I think he may have been Chief Who before, but
Correct.
it was fairly
Yeah.
recent, so no.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Coach, what do you got?
I got Chanel.
Leo,
Chanel.
not bad. Yeah, that Wisconsin connection. That would make total sense. Not Leo Chanel.
I don't
Let me
got
read
this
him one more
Come
time.
on, guys in the
This
chat, man.
Chief, his dad played in Division I football. His older brother played Division I football. Football family all the way around. Football hangout would be TJ Watt. He's a former teammate of Josh Simmons in college. And his last stop in college may have given you a Pac-Man vibe. There you go. There you go. Hensley, I read it again. My dogs are out.
Hensley,
Is that some kind of euphemism? My dogs are out. Or does he actually mean
The
his
dogs.
physical
Yeah.
dogs? Like
All right,
the
give us
dog.
that sixth clue, Lou.
pets? No, that was it.
Oh.
Nick, I have 4 clues. That's it for
Okay.
this one.
I don't know who it is. I can't.
All right,
remember.
going
I'm gonna
once.
be mad. I know. I'm
Going
gonna be
twice.
mad.
I'm a little disappointed in everyone right now. I can't lie.
Joe
Going
Lombard.
thrice. What do you got, Juice Kid?
Is he? What's the center called? Joe Lombard. He's a UDFA. He's a UDFA.
And his name is what?
I think it's like Joe Lombard.
Joe Lombard. It is not Weston Brewster. He's on the team now. Yes. BowTie Sports. He is a current Kansas City Chief.
Yeah, he's
Magdalena.
he's still got a little
Current-
drive-
can-
drive.
Not
Current
Tony
Chief.
Gonzalez. Pardon?
Current Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, it is current.
All right, the
Okay,
suspense
so
is
that's
killing
it,
us,
gang.
Lou.
Magdalena.
Many. We've gone way over the top.
John says Major Williams.
Major Williams, again, great guess. No, this week's Chief Who is none other than linebacker Cooper McDonald, number 59. Yes, his dad played at Arkansas State. Brother Caden played at North Texas. Let's see, he was a teammate of Josh Simmons at San Diego State in 22. And yes, his last stop was TCU, a horned frog, also known as a Pac-Man frog. So there you have it.
Did not
This
know
week's
that.
Chief Who, Cooper McDonald.
Beautiful.
As always,
I never
brought
heard
to you
that.
by our friends at Underdog Fantasy Sports. Play
There we
today,
go.
scan here, use the promo code. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we're edging closer to something. We're edging closer to the Friday night game. We're edging closer to the cut down day, which will be Tuesday, 3:00 Central Time. Are we gonna do a live show Tuesday? I know we haven't discussed it, but we'll talk about it and let you guys know.
I mean, probably what we did last year. We were live for 4 hours and the roster never came.
Yeah, well, we're not making that mistake again. We're gonna be closer to 3:00 this time, so we have lots to talk
Yeah,
about.
you may even just wait till the next day because there may, not just the cuts.
Well, we're gonna have
but
a
then
regular show on. We're gonna have a regular show on Wednesday. So
Right.
we'll
Well, that's
figure
what
it
I'm
out.
saying. So just wait
Let's
till
just get through
Wednesday,
today.
and then we can also discuss maybe some of the guys that they bring in off of other
Yeah, we'll
rosters,
definitely-
if that's what they choose to do, Nick.
All right, I forgot to also mention. Go get the ultimate ride. Derek Thomas's Mercedes-Benz raffle. It's very simple. Hit the scan code, QR code there. 100% of the proceeds will benefit the Derek Thomas Neil Smith Third and Long Foundation, along with the Duron Cherry Foundation. Tickets are just $100. It's a great way to give back to the community. I've worked with the Third and Long Foundation for many, many years. Very excited this opportunity to get a piece of history. And whoever wins that car, I hope they donate it so they can raffle it off again. That'd be the best of all worlds. So we'll see what happens. Also, if you're looking for a little Chiefs history, our storefront is being built as we speak. One of the items I'm going to have for sale is this 5 All-Pro Chiefs players from the Super Bowl IV era: Emma Thomas, Lenny Dawson, Willie Lanier, Bobby Bell, and Jack.
This is brilliant.
It's Nick muted himself. I believe you meant Johnny Robinson, other Hall of Famer. They became a Hall of Famer, I guess, after the first signatures were on there. But you got Willie Lanier and Bobby Bell, both featured prominently in the Kingdom documentary.
Yeah, Willie had some nice comments
on,
in there too.
ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, whatever, however you watched. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I do have to say to the BowTie Sports account, whoever that is, we spoke about Cooper McDonald on a couple of shows. He's been mentioned prominently by one Steve Spagnuolo. So, yes, he is.
He might make the roster now with Cochran hurt.
Yeah. So there you go, BowTie Sports.
There you have it answered. Hey, he just answered the question, Bo.
Lou, I take it you've watched the last couple of press conferences as usual.
I tune in, yes, very much so. I think the last one, and I think someone else commented as well, you can hear the questions, so that's always good. And I would think, as a digital team, and you're putting this out, Kansas City Chiefs. If any of you guys are watching this, you're probably not, but if you are, find some way to make the questions more audible. I think the fan engagement would be even greater. So this is my two cents.
It's been an issue since I was a reporter. You just can't hear it.
No, I don't know if you have like a couple of boom mics,
they just don't do it.
Mics. No,
they just don't do it. They keep it as an intimate setting.
That seems really inexpensive thing to do.
Yeah, you just got to turn your volume all the way up. That's the only way you're going to
multi-billion-dollar organization. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Okay, so here we go. Charles Goldman MCT NFL. Chiefs Andy Reid on his starter playing time decision this year. They'll play in preseason week 3. There's just a longer wait between this game and the next game. I'd rather give guys a little more time in this game. And I think we talked about it, how they kind of flipped the script between game 2 and game 3 for a couple of different reasons, the field conditions, all that, the fact that they're playing at home. And then Andy's point there is pretty valid that, if you're getting the bulk of your work in the second game and you're not, teeing it up for another, 3 weeks after that, this way you get a little better chance, a little closer to that kickoff. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Matt McMullen today announced, per Andy Reid, Jake Brenningstool, Jack Cochran, Ethan Driscoll, Mike Edwards, Nazeeh Johnson, Omar Norman Parking Lot, and Jalen Royals will not play on Friday, per Coach Reid. Concerning for Royals for me with a tendonitis in the knee at that age. That I don't like that.
Hopefully it's just, I'm guessing it's a minor thing and they're just erring on the side of caution. They don't want it blowing up.
Yeah, I wouldn't play him for sure, but he's got 2 weeks and 2 days to get ready for the regular season.
But that's the list. Everybody else should be up.
Yep.
It's the Christian Fulton thing. That's, I think, where, one of the things you'd be curious in seeing, hey, is he ready to go?
Right.
That'll be interesting to see that.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
BowTie. I don't know who this LLC guy is.
BowTie Sports.
He's all through when Captain America throws his mighty shield. Okay, did you watch movies on the drive down to Arizona?
Man,
did you watch Captain America? I mean,
had to be. Had to be. Is it the hat? I don't know.
We're not going to let just anyone hijack the show.
No, hell no.
Not just anybody. All right, what do we got next?
Another Charles Goldman. Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo on FAU's injury. It hurts to lose anybody. Felix, of course, we were counting on in certain ways and certain roles. We'll see who steps up in that role. And of course, he goes on to mention Ashton Gelati and Malik Herring now, which, at one point we're looking at the 53 and Malik is kind of, teetering, but unless they bring somebody from another another roster, Malik might be squarely in their plans. So,
Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have a decision to make, a depth along the defensive line, and I think safety as they address what they're going to do, getting ready for their 53-man roster and getting ready for the regular season.
The one thing that I just want to bring up at some point today, and I think this might be a good as any to look at it. I finished watching The Kingdom last night, and just kind of watching how, what the interaction was with guys like Justin Reed, who I think fully understood that was going to be his last game with the Chiefs, and he was saying it. And then I'm thinking, yeah, he probably knew at that point. D-Hop, same thing. But some of the Chiefs lost, some leadership pieces. I mean, I think between Tooney and Justin Reed, not that they don't have other leaders, but that's one thing that, the team dynamic, when you get behind the scenes, that you really start to understand that that's a big thing, right? That just how close and connected they are. And the fact that these leaders aren't going to be there, because you can talk about, what the guy is able to do athletically and everything else. But once you get that just complete togetherness where you feel like it's a total team, that's when great things happen.
Yeah, it's leadership. I feel you, Lou. I feel you. When you lose leadership, it kind of rocks the locker room.
So you got a couple of guys.
It's unsettling. Yeah,
a couple of younger guys. I mean, you're not sure. I mean, Jaden Hicks, second-year player, is he going to be able to be that leader from the safety perspective? Who's going to be the guy? Is it going to be Creed on the offensive line? You really can't expect it to be Josh or Kingsley. Maybe Trey Smith.
I think Trey Smith would be the leader on that offensive line.
But it's just a completely different feel, because those guys have been paid, but again, they're younger, where Tooney's been in other places, won Super Bowls with New England. It just kind of had that veteran cachet. So just a little underrated thing to take a look at moving forward.
Yeah, I thought that was it. I guess I was surprised how much airtime Reed got, and Hopkins. I think it was good for Hopkins, because I think it could have been a better story had he made that catch at the end of the first half. Who knows? Maybe he scores a touchdown. He did get one later in the game. Obviously the situation with his mom. I mean, that's so hurtful. That's just, it's a sad tragedy, and they're very close. And with Justin Reed, with the birth of their child and all that, I thought it was really good that they put it all together in a way where people were looking at this the right way. And I'm curious, Lou, how, if you, when you were watching it like I did, that you sensed that you could just kind of see, they just didn't seem to have it.
I didn't know I couldn't tell from the footage just kind of what the vibe was, but it was
different.
I don't know. It's hard to say when you just only get so many views of it. Just the piece that I took there is when at a certain point, I don't know if it was just like a slip of the tongue, but when he was, I don't know if it was D-Hop. And again, you don't know when they taped it, but when he was talking about the Chiefs coming back, he said, well, they'll be back.
Yeah, that was afterwards.
Like it was I'm out of there. And Justin, just even before the game, I mean, he just kind of talking like, hey, this is probably my last game in Chiefs uniform. Better make it a good one, sort of thing. But it was really well done. And again, I mean, as you get older, Nick probably can speak to this just as well as
I'm the oldest.
Some of the more, I guess, the more interesting parts is when you see them get together outside of the football field, like the Christmas party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're seeing the families interact with one another, and then knowing that, hey, there's going to be about 20 or 30 of these guys aren't going to be here, next year when we tee it up. And but it was really well done. If you like those documentaries, hell, you got Jerry's on Netflix, which I'm hearing good things about. That was really.
I'm hearing a mixed review on that too, but yeah.
I think it's just watch the shit show. I think I'm all in.
Great football stuff before real game, to fill in the gap.
Yeah.
Lou, I think you kind of manifested this one, really, in a way.
Yeah. Finally, you get some guy, and I think I don't know. Was it? I don't know if it was Matt Derrick or somebody that's been kind of pushing this, but anyway, Spags on secondary injuries, more than any group on the defense, that back end has to have continuity, and that comes with reps. Moving pieces, that's a concern there. So the question came up about Josh Williams, and he's kind of been buried. What's going on there? So Josh is going to have an opportunity this week with Najee Johnson dinged up. And we'll see. I mean, when he spoke about Joshua, it's everything that you think, length and speed. I mean, they really, you can't coach that, can't teach that. He is kind of that, I don't want to say perfect, but pretty damn close of kind of like the prototype outside corner.
It's just here. It just turn around. It just turn around. Everything. Have awareness. Have the awareness to turn around.
I don't know if he need one of these guys. Again, is it, we talked about it with Sky in terms of, working with a performance coach or sports psychologist, whatever, but more so even in the off season, working the technique, because again, coming from a Division II HBCU, the odds were really stacked against them. And that was specifically a traits pick. He was a 4th round pick. I'm guessing going into his senior year, I don't know that how many scouts' radar he was on as, hey, this is potentially like a 3rd or 4th round pick in the NFL. And as the season went on, he got a little bit more acclaim. And again, you had to be looking for it too, because like I said, I mean, you can be a fan of HBCU football and watching Jackson State and some of these other ones from the SWAC and some of the bigger conferences. He's playing at a Division II one in North Carolina. So, I really thought by this time he would have kind of the switch would have went on, and it would have been like, wow, this guy, he is the perfect outside corner, but hasn't worked out that way. So,
guys, again, if you just look at him, just look at like his gameplay, he just turn around. He's right there every time in great position. He just got to turn around. He just got to locate the ball. That's it, because he got everything else. Just got to locate the ball.
Hardest thing for the cornerback to know how to do, I think, because it's not coached, it's not taught, it's instinctual.
Well, it's again on a route like that he did get beat on. It's kind of a back shoulder play. I mean, there's no coaching point ever that you're going to turn towards the quarterback in man-to-man coverage, right? Because that's immediately you lose sight of the receiver you're covering, and you're going to get beat. So again, the trick is, even if you don't turn around and locate the ball, is to be able to read the receiver's hands and just time it where you rake at the hands. And you saw Najee kind of do that earlier in the game. Yeah. And Joshua was there, and you'd think with his reach, it would, but hey.
You would think,
didn't happen.
Yes. Yes. No. Yes, it did not.
Sure didn't.
Damn it, Joshua.
All right, Chiefs defensive
Charles Goldman all over it today.
Charles all over it. I'll get this one. Spagnuolo was not pleased with the defensive performance in preseason week 2, obviously. It just felt like they came out with the intent to prove it against the Chiefs. I'm not sure we were ready for that. Shame on us, but I think we'll be ready to play good football this week. And he makes a great point. I mean, the defense was trash on Saturday or Friday night against Seattle. They took it to him. They wanted to make a statement going into the runner-up Super Bowl combatants, and they just ran all over him running. They threw all over him passing. Chiefs had five injuries on defense, I think. So when you take a look at the whole totality of the performance, I expect that the Chiefs fans will be a little bit more pleased with the first stringers playing at least a quarter, I think, just to get them ready, considering Friday night's game will mark the 2 weeks until the Chiefs play for real in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Nice job, Nick.
I'm getting better at it.
Cool.
Yeah, you are. But see, here's the thing, though. Luther Burden's gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying, for the Bears. And Ben Johnson, Luther Burden from Mizzou.
Oh yeah,
from Mizzou. He's gonna be out there, wide receiver. He's gonna be out there.
Not worried about DJ Moore, Rome Odunze.
Oh
Yeah, it's not
boy.
like they don't have a few people.
Luther not he's the rookie though. No, he's been doing his thing for Chicago, and Ben Johnson got that ball moving. He got them boys looking good. So it's gonna be a great test
we
for the
liked
Chiefs.
him, potentially as a Chiefs, late first round pick, maybe second round pick. If Josh Simmons
Not me.
Josh Simmons only.
If Josh doesn't fall to that at that point, then they're probably looking in other ways. I don't know that there was another offensive lineman they would have thought to take. Would Jihad Campbell, because he was one that fell like into the Eagles' lap. So would the Chiefs be there? Because they were furiously trying to trade ahead of the Chiefs, thinking, hey, that's going to be a perfect fit for them. Yeah. So anyway,
go ahead.
I think if Simmons wasn't there, based on the quite a few last minute meetings we had with Travion Henderson, it would have been him as the pick if Josh Simmons
Trey
wasn't there.
that was just sinful that he was able to. Wow.
Very
I love
simple.
Rashard Smith. Okay, but come on,
That would have been
that.
I had an interesting conversation. This is more directed toward Mango, but I had an interesting conversation today with an individual who told me that this was an opposing team had seen the preseason film on one Josh Simmons, and the report basically was pre-draft that was kind of coming out of the medical community. The Simmons camp was that it was very likely he could miss most, if not all, of the 2025 season.
Pretty serious injury. I mean,
pretty serious injury.
No
and kudos to the Chiefs and to the Simmons camp, who didn't deny that, scaring off 31 teams, or 30, because I don't think the Eagles were going to take him. 31 teams to make that deal happen. And I think it was perfectly orchestrated. In fact, I think I'm gonna do an extensive research on that and come up with a series of articles if I can get a few people to talk.
Yeah, because on the surface, you would think if you're the kid, you want to get drafted as high as possible because it's more money.
You want the money,
right? So and especially if you're an agent, that would be like
he's a decade plus left tackle for the Chiefs as long as they're willing to pay him.
That's your job.
I agree.
Right?
I can't remember who it was. It might have been Field Yates or someone certainly similar in that circle. But I remember on draft night after we did draft Simmons, they said Drew Rosenhaus, who's obviously his agent, told him that morning that Simmons was going to be a Chief. So there was a lot of confidence, it sounded like, that he would have landed in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need a couple of things to fall into your lap. But
he didn't get it. He didn't. I don't think he got any calls from any other teams except Kansas City in the first round. It's just remarkable how they played that. That was his biggest deal is getting Buffalo to trade their first and moving up 17, 18, 20 slots, whatever it was, to get Patrick Mahomes. I mean, that was just highway robbery.
Yeah. Charles Goldman again, man, Mango.
He's kicking tail.
Is this guy following us now?
He was the only guy reporting on the presser today.
All right, so special teams coach Dave Taub and Tyquan Thornton. Obviously, this is a guy that we've been talking about for a while, and I was kind of skeptical at first. The whole Baylor thing. I'm really rooting for him because, again, a lot of speed, good size. So, Taub, he's definitely found a role on offense. Taub just kind of throws it out there, man. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't.
We've, speaking of the special teams, have got to find a role for him. He's getting better and better at gunner. So obviously on the defensive side of it, but obviously he can return punts for sure.
Yeah, he's making the team.
And if he's like the fifth or sixth receiver, then he certainly has to play teams. Yeah. Probably both ways, right? You're not concerned too much, if you're using him as a punt returner versus using like Jalen Royals or Worthy, something like that.
Right. I agree.
I have a question for you guys. I think going
Luke.
back to the original piece of the show with Jake Brenningstool, what do we do? What do we do? I mean, you're sitting there. If Brenningstool makes the 53, they have to believe that if they cut him, he ain't making it back, right? You got Tunyon, who's played, as a 10-year vet or whatever he is, really well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard a negative thing. I haven't seen a negative thing, with him on the field. So what do we do?
But he's a 10-year vet, so he'll be an unrestricted free agent, on my understanding. So he could technically decide where he goes. So that's a conversation they can have.
My thinking is a team would pick him up.
I think he's on the 53. He's got to be on the 53.
At what sacrifice?
So what do you then keep a fifth tight end, or do you just say,
let's really break it down? What tight ends we got? Kelsey, 50 Shades. We got Wiley.
They got Wiley. They've got a lot invested in Wiley. He's not going to go anywhere now. Now Wiley could start on the PUP list.
Ultimately,
he's not quite ready.
Ultimately, it comes down to: do you need more veteran presence in that room? No.
No, you really don't.
You go with the younger dude that you think, hey, this guy's got a chance to develop and be a much better player than Tunyon will ever be.
I think Jake's going to go on it. I think he's going to go on season-ending IR. I really do.
I just like Tunyon, man. Every time his number is called, he delivers.
Yeah,
man.
I think he's going. Matt Derrick said it last night too, and I agree. I think
that boy delivers, man.
The knee is it the hamstring? Is that what the issue is? Or
that's what was listed.
I don't think it responded as well. So I'm thinking they're going to put him on IR and just keep him. Keep three veterans. Keep Wiley. Wiley won't be in any pressure to get 100%. I think he's still October. Maybe before he's 100%, but. That's one of the spots.
Is there a limit to how many guys you can put on season-ending IR? Because that would seem like a kind of a loophole, and you can stash guys.
You are limited to place them on IR eligible to return to 2 players a year.
Well, but they have to be on the 53 originally before you do that, right?
I think so. I'll have to double check
because that seems like it would all these crafty GMs will, hey, we'll put these guys on IR.
Okay,
we stash them.
Per the NFL, teams can place as many players as needed on the IR list for at least 4 games, but you can only designate 8 to return during the regular season.
Is it 8?
During the regular season. How about before? Does it mention that? Because I think it's probably a little bit different in terms of guys that you can then hold their rights.
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll answer that question on the next show. Ruben says, do you think Mango is going to make it?
Well, Nico. Mango's definitely making it.
Oh, my God.
Mango, Nico.
Well, Dre knows, White Boy Watson, put me up, 84. I'll run some routes.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, Matt Derrick seemed. I watched his show last night, and he seemed pretty certain that Nico and Thornton are going to be the last 2 on the team. He actually said he expects to see Nico out there with the 1s and 2s against the Bears, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, he's got a lot to. He's still got to be a better. He's got to play better on offense.
I'm trying to figure out. I really have. Honestly, I haven't seen nothing bad from Nico, man. He's been solid. So I'm like, what else does that man needs to prove?
He catches everything that goes his way. So
he catches everything. Pretty good at special teams too.
Has he gotten many snaps on offense?
Yeah. Not with the ones or not with a good quarterback. So
that's the difficult part because I don't think there's any question what they feel about him on special teams.
Yeah.
If again you're going to keep 6 or 7 receivers, you'd like that 6th and 7th guy to be able to play offense if there's an injury and do it well. So again, that's the question: is a Brownlee and Thornton better on offense than Nico?
I got some breaking news.
Breaking news, then.
Chiefs?
Nope. Cincinnati Bengals. Guard Cordell Volson is going to have shoulder surgery and will be out for the year. That is a brutal loss.
Wow.
Just when Bengals, you think
whose offensive line is already crap.
Hey, shit.
Hey, but hey, they found another wide receiver though. Just throw it out there real quick. Another stud wide receiver out there, man. Another
Yeah, the
stud.
Bengals aren't paying anybody. Trust me, they're done paying money.
Hey, man.
That's a big. I think
that.
that's a big loss for them. I mentioned getting Shaq Mason to the Chiefs as a backup guard. Shaq Mason could end up going to the Bengals now. Hold out for money. Good luck with that one.
Speaking of, the offensive line and, guards and tackles, whatnot, I came across this tweet earlier and I thought we can talk about this because it was tweeted out by a good friend of mine. So I thought it would be a nice little talking point. Nick, if you want to read this out.
All right. Price Carter. Depending on Sam Cosmi's recovery, neither Nick Allegretti or Andrew Wiley are projected starters. Wiley would be a 1-year, $6.6 million rental. Allegretti has 2 years in control, but is cuttable. What would you think bringing either one back? They have $16.9 million in cap space. All right, I'm all in for Allegretti. Bring him back right now. Put him out there left guard and take your chances. I don't know what's going on with the Redskins / Commanders, but I think I would rather have him than Wiley at this point. I think with 2 years of control, that gives him some insurance. Maybe they go heavy into the free agent market if they can't find a guard. Why he slipped his second team already? I don't know their roster and I don't know their draft picks, but yeah, I'm all in for Allegretti.
Well, they traded for Jeremy Tunsil, so he.
Yeah, I mean, you could give up a 7th round pick to the Commanders, and I think they take it. And the Chiefs would have this guy for 2 years. And
it might be a little bit more, but I think Nick Allegretti. I mean, he's like the ultimate Swiss Army knife in terms of offensive lineman. He can play anywhere.
Yeah,
and he did when he was with the Chiefs, and I think they would take him back in a heartbeat if they could.
I must say, no to that one though, Bo. No to that one. Nico is not coming back to the Chiefs. Sorry, sir.
Okay,
Nicole
Hardman. It's Nicole. Mecole. This BowTie Sports, man. Can we block them? I mean, he's really starting,
I'm sure she's a pretty lady.
I'm with you, Crystal Lee. Brownlee probably will not clear waivers. They'd have to keep him.
49ers are looking for receivers. Vikings.
Yeah. I don't know. There's going to be like 1,300 guys that get cut all at once.
So many teams.
But some of them guys, maybe they just don't fit the space. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
some
absolutely.
Of the guys are talented,
that's my point, is that a lot of them are good enough to be on NFL teams.
They're good enough, yeah.
There's going to be some to choose from. Now, again, it's not going to be somebody that's going to completely transform your team. But if you've got some holes, like I said, we were talking about Minnesota before, and are we going to get into that at all?
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, obviously with cut down day coming Tuesday, there's a lot of guys who are entering the last year of their contracts. And there's usually a lot of movement. Now, we've seen more player trades, at least a few more this year than we have in the past. So Sky Moore, it's my understanding the Chiefs are definitely trying to shop him. One team to look out for might be the Minnesota Vikings, who are looking for a returner and some depth at the wide receiver position. I don't think this is going to be a draft pick kind of compensation thing. I think it's going to be a player for player. So if the Chiefs have maybe a safety or a pass rusher that's second team that they view as someone who could come in and help them, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a player trade here. I think Sky Moore is definitely gone. I don't think there's any way he makes this roster, and I think the Chiefs are going to try really hard to move him and get something for the fact that they made him a 2nd round pick. So I have definitely been hearing his name. I think a team to watch out for might be the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, and I think that with them, the defensive side of the ball is where they're pretty strong. I mean, Brian Flores has built a pretty solid unit there. Draft choices and free agents that they brought in seem to have all worked. And I think they signed a couple more. Javon Hargrave is one this past offseason. So there might be some guys that they just can't really fit onto their squad that could be pretty good, that would fit, into the Chiefs, as a backup role. So again, the biggest thing is, why would they be interested in Sky Moore? Maybe they liked him coming out, maybe, in Kevin O'Connell's offense, he sees something and says, hey, we can work with this. So Should be an interesting few days once the games have ended over this weekend and before Tuesday. You might see some of those player for player swaps, especially if you're low in the claiming order.
Yeah, like the Chiefs are.
There has been a trade in the AFC.
There you go. Look at that.
The Browns have agreed.
Just keep talking.
The Browns have agreed to trade defensive tackle Jawan Briggs and a 2026 7th round pick to the New York Jets in exchange for a 2026 6th round pick.
Huh, there you go. Trades are coming.
Okay.
He had a 72.2 PFF grade in 133 snaps last season.
So on the surface, it's kind of a snooze, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not a whole lot going on there. But we have seen some player for player. I mean, there was one just a few days ago, wasn't there? Then the Eagles trade for a tight end.
Yep. And they got a lineman back, I think.
So yeah, it's
I like it.
That time of year, man.
It's the way baseball does it. Absolutely. All right. So Rashee Rice. I know everybody put out there Adam Teicher wrote Adam Teicher.
Schefter, yes.
Adam Schefter, excuse me. No disrespect to Adam Teicher. Schefter reported that he heard the league, similar to what we did, wanted an 8-game suspension. He thinks they're going to end up at 5. I think they're going to end up at 4. It's my understanding that the NFLPA and the league office are going to have a conversation at some point next week. Now, there's an interim NFLPA director at this point, so that's going to muddle the waters a little bit. Don't quite have the cachet with a stronger permanent person in place. They're going to have to vote in for a new front man for the NFLPA. But at this stage, I think we'll find out if there's a negotiation possible. It will be done next week. If not, I expect Rashee Rice to play at least the first 4 to 6 games, be suspended mid-season, and then be back for the postseason. So we'll see what happens there. But my understanding is they would like to work this out. They do not want this to go to the independent arbiter. I think the league now has backed off their stance that his penalty should be as severe as Deshaun Watson does. And what I was told today is the presentation that's going to be made will include the full restitution, the remorse, all the things that he has done off the field, the help he's gotten, the fact that he's had a charmed life going forward, got rid of his entourage, spending time with family. He's got some high profile players on his behalf. So I think when it's all said and done, I think it's going to be 4 games. I think that's fair. It's just a matter of when it's going to be, and it could be at the heart of the middle of the season, where they've got that Buffalo and Denver stretch sandwiched between the bye week. That he may be gone for those games, but that gives the Chiefs time to develop Thornton, gives him time to get Royals out there and see what he can do. So I think either way, the Chiefs are going to be just fine. I think they can handle it, but both sides want to get this done at the start of the season if possible. So we'll see.
Yeah, that certainly would be the goal for sure. You don't want to be in and out, and then plus coming off the injury. You'd like to maybe have that extended training camp, if you would, just kind of like those first few weeks to kind of get completely right, and then see how it goes later on. But just to play 5, sit out 5, that just it just seems like it would be kind of counterproductive for him.
Yeah, Jalen Warren gonna have to step up, man. He's gonna have to step up and show something. We have to show something, man.
Got to be healthy. Got to be ready.
With the news of this trade, obviously the Jets have acquired this defensive tackle from the Browns. Could we see one Derek Nardi return to the Kansas City Chiefs this year? What do you think, fellas?
Well, I mean, he just signed a free agent deal, didn't he? This will be his first year on, with his new team. I mean, it would be difficult to think that all of a sudden they're going to move on. They're like, oh, geez, we didn't think we thought you were better than this, and they guaranteed money, some of those things. I mean, they kind of a wasted thing. I find it very, very, very slim and none as far as the chances. We were talking about during the Saints game I was watching. Colin Saunders, he might be a guy that the Chiefs might think if they were the Saints were
I
serious
thought for
about
sure they'd be interested.
moving along, and then later that day he gets traded to the Jags, who they were playing on that day. So he was moving, just to a different team.
Oh, Weston, we don't need any Chiefs reunions. All right, I don't necessarily disagree with that one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well,
Hey,
some of these guys were pretty good.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden you're looking for interior defensive line help. You're like, okay, if they were totally, just not, maybe other teams wouldn't have signed him. I mean, he saw,
I would think if he becomes
the
a
money
free
that
agent,
Tershawn got.
Yeah, if he unexpectedly becomes a free agent, I would think he would listen to Chiefs if they were interested. I'm sure his agent will call.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, just to sign a free agent deal with a team and not even go to the first game of the year, that's hard.
Right. Ruben, I will relieve your concern. It's my understanding he should be good to go. Not playing Friday was more a precaution, just to give his tendonitis an extra time. But he is practicing, so that's a good thing.
Tendonitis. I mean, when you hear that, now again, I don't know if it's an age thing or whatever. It just doesn't seem like something that goes away.
Yeah, it's inflammation.
So,
they're going to have to treat it.
Yeah. And at 24 years old, you're thinking, my God. I mean, I don't know. Has he had surgery like in college?
No, he had an ankle issue. This could be, overcompensating the knee from, having to work with the bad ankle, and it just kind of caught up to him. I'm told it's not a huge concern.
Yeah.
I think if they can treat it, steroids will take care of that. Plus all the other gimmicks and gadgets they use these days to reduce the inflammation. And the fact that he's still practicing leads me to believe he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, I just don't like hearing that word. Maybe
no, I don't either. He's awful young.
They could have just said knee soreness or something.
Yeah.
But it's whenever you're tendonitis, like all of a sudden you're thinking like a baseball pitcher's elbow, and it's like, no, not today, folks.
Not today.
We're getting closer to the regular season.
Yes, we are.
Can only mean one thing. Mock draft time, baby.
You didn't do it. You did it.
I did it.
This is your own?
This is my 1.0 for 2026.
You are a sick man.
28th pick, so you don't even have the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl?
I couldn't pick the order.
I gotcha.
Obviously, I think we're going to win. Obviously.
All right. So run down your picks.
Okay. So, Lou, you might be familiar with Nick Singleton.
Yeah, he's going into his fourth year at Penn State. They run a kind of a tandem. His running mate, his name escapes me right now, but they've been like maybe two of the best running backs in the country over the last couple of years. Again, depending on who you like, what you like, and so forth. But no, that would, if again, a running back in the first round. Some people probably have PTSD over this. I don't know how Veach feels about it, but and give me some Penn State guys, sure.
Early, man, go early. Damn, I ain't really get my feet wet yet. Damn. I mean, it's got to start first, but hey, I love it though. I love it.
Not gonna lie to you, don't know an awful lot about Kamara, but he's just got all the measurables that Spags like. So I thought, you know what, we'll have him. We need some more help off the edge. Takario Davis was actually gonna, be in the draft just gone, and I remember talking to Dre about him because he was with Arizona before transferring to Washington. I was like, this guy would be really good for the Chiefs, but he's not. He's gone back another year. He's going to come out next year, and I think he would be a really good addition to the Chiefs. DeAndre Moore Jr. Just what a name. You just want that kind of guy with that name on your team, don't you?
The one that I really recognize is DeAndre Moore Jr. I believe he's like maybe top 5 or 6 receiver going into this season coming up here. I think they play at Ohio State a week from Saturday. Mm-hmm. So watch him play. I mean, that would be an amazing pick at 128.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like 28, but
don't know that he gets that far, but probably going to be Arch's number 1 target.
Absolutely. You got Keanu. Obviously, I don't think anyone's incredibly impressed with how our D-line depth is looking right now. especially with Omar picking up this injury. It just makes things a bit more even thinner. I think we really need to just fix. I think next year is going to be like a defensive heavy draft.
It's got to be defensive line and edge rusher. They got to get more. They got some. We don't know. I mean, Pennell. I mean, how much longer can he play? Charles Menahue is probably his last year in Kansas City unless he has a monster year and they give him an extension. But yeah, I mean, listen, I love Singleton too. More would be terrific. I don't know enough about the other guys to give you much of an opinion, but position wise, I'm good with the positions.
And then, is it even a Kansas City Chiefs draft if we've not picked up a guy from SMU?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I'm going to try my best not to butcher his name, but Isaiah Nwokobia, I think is what we're going to go with.
And Nwokobia, I like it.
I mentioned earlier I was not a fan of our safety depth. I think it wouldn't hurt to pick up another guy at safety in the draft next year.
I totally agree.
But yeah. What about you fellas? Who are you drafting next year for the Chiefs? Where are your drafts?
Not early enough, man. Not early enough.
Not early enough. I'm not even. My mind ain't even fixed on the draft right now.
Yeah, even for me, like February is even too soon for me. But nonetheless, yes, we will. I love it.
As the season gets going, we'll start to see.
Yeah, we'll start doing
these guys kind of step up, see who which guys are candidates for coming out, who's staying. I think you're seeing a lot of the borderline guys. Stay just because they're able to make money now in college and just get as much seasoning as possible if they're not guaranteed to be a first or second round pick.
Right.
So it's a kind of an ever changing way that's happening. What's happening in college is definitely affecting how the front offices in the NFL view the draft.
Yeah. This BowTie guy who doesn't even know the names of the people on his team.
Just making stuff up.
All right.
But Dame said the only argument he has is with the defensive line.
Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting. If any of these young guys step up, right? I mean, you really have to see, especially now again, not in the interior, but is Gelati going to step up? Is George going to continue his ascent? Right. But other than that, that's probably going to be one position they're really going to have to hit, whether it be in free agency or the draft, or actually both.
Did Mr. BowTie Sports just admit to being on his phone and driving at the same time?
Yeah. Well, at least he's talking into the phone.
We do not suggest you text and drive, just so we're clear here.
Yes.
4 guys in a bar.
Don't do that. But the voice texting is a thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's called dedication, gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely.
Typically, you have to press the actual mic button, though. So I think that still counts.
Don't know how that works. Maybe he's got some other hands in the car.
All right.
Did we speak about the stadium yet?
Very quick update.
Please do.
Very quick update. One of the biggest stumbling blocks in the pursuit for a new home for the Kansas City Royals and the Kansas City Chiefs appears to be former Royal Frank White, who works in the office in Kansas City. He's in charge of getting the best deal he can for the voters and the constituents, and trying to get this bi-state, bilateral, whatever current Missouri tax on the book. It sounds like he's going to step down, he's been a big thorn in the side of the Chiefs and the Royals. I can confirm 100% that the Kansas City Royals have completed their survey at the Town Center 119th and Knoll locations in Leawood, Kansas. Some state officials in Kansas seem optimistic the Royals are gone for sure, and the Chiefs are likely to follow. So it appears at this point, unless there's a miraculous change in Missouri and they suddenly find a location that's suitable for a dome stadium and a bunch of buildings and facilities that make sense, Wyandotte County for the Chiefs, Leawood, Kansas for the Royals, seems to be more in gear now, but Missouri's going to be given their chance. And Clark Hunt made it pretty profound statement the other night in talking about the stadium, and Donovan as well, that they understand the value of Arrowhead, and it's a history, and it's the place his dad built, and all those things. But I think if you look at this from a business perspective, in an entertainment perspective, it's best to have as many options as you can in regards to building the brand, not necessarily where you're going to be playing the stadium. So money matters.
So you think
Yeah.
if they build like new facilities and whatever, so including practice facilities and that, could you see them then just saying the hell with St. Joe, we're gonna start training at our multi-billion-dollar facility?
I would say that's probably what's going to happen. Now, there's been some talk that maybe, Missouri builds them a training camp facility, and it's kind of a consolation prize. That's possible. It's certainly something I've heard multiple times. But I think if I'm the Hunt family, it's Dome Stadium, and it's just hotel or / casino, apartments, housing, a state-of-the-art Hall of Fame building, state-of-the-art training facility. That's what I think. I mean, I think at the end of the day, that's exactly what's probable going to happen. And I listen. Carl Peterson taught me a long time ago, the NFL is as much entertainment, but it's all about money. It's about a business.
Yeah.
You have to be profitable. You have to be in a situation where you maximize the brand.
And again, you're talking about a completely different era, because now profitable, I think, it's almost guaranteed. I mean, that's why you see so many private equity firms trying to get pieces of teams, that there's billionaires are looking to sink their money into professional teams, whatever the sport is, because it just seems like the values keep going up and the revenues keep going up. So it's just not a matter of, profitability. That's, I don't think, is that question. It's just how much, because it can, and the league is looking, they're 20 billion. I think that's like Roger Goodell's number. And they're going to try to hit that as best they can.
Yeah.
On the team level, you're right, Nick. That would be the easiest thing to do. Take the money in terms of whether it's Kansas or Kansas City, whatever, build a whole new deal. Like you said, all the ancillary businesses that can be in the same site, and just take advantage of it. And if from a business perspective, that's 100% what you do. I don't think there's any question. Especially if you're getting the public sector to kick in half the money or more, right?
Man, so what's the deal, man? He said Frank White public bathroom. I'm kicking his tail. I don't care if he is talking ish. Not if the Chiefs leave Kansas City. Listen, bro. I get it. It's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of frustration within the kingdom. I get it.
He's just worried about where he's going to have to walk.
Yeah, he can't walk. He can't walk in the stadium park. Well, you can now. There's nobody going to be there in 4 years.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, will they take the statue of Lamar with them?
I'm sure they will. I would assume they'll put a Lamar
I said,
there.
Bo, you must don't like Frank White, do you?
Yeah. Well, no. Frank White is a terrible politician. He was a great.
He must be a
player.
good one, because he keeps getting voted in.
Well, now, but he's muddled the waters on this thing, and he's not the only one. I mean, they're blaming Frank, but this goes to Jefferson City. He's
the name everybody
knows. This goes
knows,
to the mayor's office. This goes to people across the state in St. Louis who are trying to make sure that the Chiefs, and the Royals, you put your thumb down on it. They want all the money. So, I think when you look at this overall, I mean, listen, I hear the Henses of the world who say, Arrowhead is a shrine. Yeah. You can never build a new stadium that's going to have those sight lines. It's impossible. It cannot be done. But when you got the World Cup and you're taking out the lower section of your team and putting bleachers in there, then you're going to have to, if you stay, you're going to have to fix that and put more concrete and put the seats back. How much concrete can you add to Arrowhead, which I don't think they can. But at day's end, if they go to Kansas City, Kansas, and they've got a dome stadium, and you got Taylor Swift concerts, you've got Super Bowls, you got Final Fours, coming to the area, it's gonna benefit everybody. And for the Royals to have their own little world out in Leawood, Kansas, in the heart of Johnson County, the second richest county in the country, they got town center. They own the land. basically where the stadium is going to go. So they don't have any issues there. It's just a matter of will Johnson County and Leewood, and Overland Park individuals try to stop them from doing it. So, it's politics 101. And at the end of the day, I don't personally believe until the Royals make their decision, I don't think the Chiefs are going to be first. I think they want the Royals to make a decision. Right now, I would say the Royals
they can be the scapegoat.
Well,
how big of an influence do you think Mark Donovan is? I mean, he just seems like he's just kind of a brilliant businessman.
Yeah.
Like that dude is just in watching the Kingdom. He's just, I think he's an Ivy League guy, isn't he?
He is. He's an Ivy League guy. Listen,
I know Mark. He worked with the Eagles for years. Came to Kansas City before Coach Reed did.
Right.
And I think they had done a feature on it. Maybe that's where I saw the whole Ivy League thing. Was he a Pennsylvania guy? Did he go to Penn? I don't know.
I can't remember.
He just seems like a pretty sharp dude and is very well spoken and can probably make a case to the Hunt family, whichever direction it is, and it'll make it sound like this is absolutely what we need to do.
Yeah, if it was me, in my view of Mark Donovan, I would think he would say, listen, here's an opportunity to rebrand the Chiefs, take advantage of the Patrick Mahomes era. I think Patrick's going to play until he's like 38, maybe 39. I think the overwhelming amount of time he's going to want to spend with his kids is going to deter him from playing in his 40s. That's just me. So, you build it, you break ground next year. If you go to Kansas City, Kansas, you're in there in 3 seasons, maybe 4. Patrick's 34, 35. You get 2, 3, maybe 4 years. And I think that makes sense. But when you're looking at and Mark Donovan too, I think he's going to be a candidate to take over for the commissioner. I think he's going to be in that conversation. I think he'll be one of 3 guys.
The guy that his name was always out there. He took over the PGA.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name right now, but he was kind of
and then
2.
Warren with the Bears, the former Big Ten commissioner.
Yeah, that guy, I don't know. Maybe.
We don't know what the world's going to be 4 or 5 years from now. We don't know what the political structure is going to to be.
And the money that Roger Goodell's making, I don't know.
I think Donovan would be a terrific commissioner.
I would imagine he's having a ball doing what he's doing. I mean, obviously the shooting, that was probably kind of a little bit of a wake up call in terms of, okay, stuff can happen in this job. It's not all, but that next negotiation, depending on who it is, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Florio or somebody said the NFLPA should get like Mark Murphy, the former president or whatever of the Green Bay Packers, who was forced to retire at 70. It's in the team's charter. He couldn't stay. Right. But that's a guy that knows both sides really, really well. Yeah. Sounded like a pretty good idea. I don't know. God knows if he'd really want to do it. But anyway.
Yeah, I would be all in for that.
There you have it. Mark Donovan, commissioner of the NFL.
I love it. I'm in. Mark, I'm voting for you.
There it is.
Well, we're just a little more than 2 weeks away from the season starting.
2 weeks, 2 days.
There we go.
Yes.
16 days.
Brazil. There's the word, 12-hour flight, they're saying? Or something to that. They were talking to somebody from the Chargers. Maybe it was just a hair longer. But, I mean, it's really cool. To play in these international games. I mean, it's really cool if it's the first game and it's on a Friday because you get a couple extra days before game 2. But the way that game ended, and when I say that game, we know what game I'm talking about. The last game.
I know the Seahawks just really absolutely dogged us.
Yeah, exactly. That was just horrible. But to me, and I would never ordinarily put a huge emphasis on a regular season game. But when they play Philadelphia week 2, that is going to be, I'm not saying you're going to, death or, lose or death, or win.
What happened? We freeze?
Death, right? Reprove themselves to themselves. I think that is going to be a huge confidence game for this team. The young guys, I mean, that draft class that hadn't experienced losing a Super Bowl, right? That won 2 Super Bowls and then they lost one. It's like, oh my God, our first 2 years, we win Super Bowls. That's all we do. Then we went back and we didn't. And now here comes that big bad bully coming into our house. That sneaky, that you don't want to let one loss turn into 2. You certainly don't want to derail the season. But I just have this feeling that they need to play really, really well that game for the team to just have that inner confidence to really make it back to the Super Bowl. I know it's game 2. I know it's just a regular season game, but that one hit differently.
For those that remember, and this is what I think this game is going to be compared to as far as the experience in Arrowhead. This is Joe Montana versus Steve Bono. This is
Steve Young.
The Chiefs. Steve Young, sorry, Steve Bono. Steve Young. This is that. It's going to have that kind of electric atmosphere. It's the Chiefs are they have the Eagles game at home and the Cowboys game on the road. They'll be 2 of the highest viewed games in NFL season this year. But you're right, Lou. The Chiefs have to come out and they got to cook some Eagles. They got to go full throttle for 4 quarters and get that stench out. If they lose that game, it's gonna sting and it's gonna last.
Yeah, it's not good. But if some of the holes that the Eagles were able to show aren't fixed, I think that's where it's going to be like, oh my God, this wasn't just a 1-game anomaly. Whether it be the offensive line, and that's obviously the biggest one because I think that's exactly what contributed to Patrick just being completely, I don't want to say flustered, but it was pretty damn close. So yeah, and again, that was just another take on watching that is that all of a sudden, not that they were invincible, but just that confidence had to be shaken because you're in close games every week, the whole year. Didn't matter the competition. We're right there, 1 possession. Let's go get it. And this team just came in and said, you know what? We're not going to give you that chance. We're just going to take it to you from the get-go. And so that game is going to be significant, and I'm glad they have a couple extra days beforehand.
Yeah, we'll see what happens for sure.
Well, we've got so much coming up, haven't we? We've got the game previews are coming back.
Yep.
We've got countdown to kickoff coming back.
Look at these graphics. My goodness.
The watch along.
Did he get a fresh cut for this?
He looks good.
My goodness.
And then
He looks real good.
The post-game shows are making a return as well.
There you go. We're going to be rocking it. We're going all in this year at the 4 Guys in a Bar Chiefs Blitz podcast. So with that said, guys, Mango, thanks for all your hard work. Oh, before we go, hey, Underdog Fantasy, play now in Missouri, play 5, get 50. Use the promo code Chiefs Blitz. NFL is back, so you can play the pick'em game high or low. I was having a banner couple of weeks. Last week I didn't do as well. A couple of things surprised me. And I went for the juggler.
It's different when you put the picks out there.
It's different when you put the picks out there. So I will not put those picks out again.
Put them on the record.
I'm not
you got
jinx
to,
myself.
Nick. Come on. You can't let one loss, it's deter you.
Let me prove my theory first. If I do well this week, then I will.
I think it's going to prove the theory that if you put them out there, you can't handle the pressure, Nick.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But make sure you use the code promo code Chiefs Blitz, and I'll be giving away one of my Bobby Bell cards for the first person that signs up between now.
How old is Bobby Bell?
Bobby is 80.
Man, he looks damn good, and he was really. I mean, he came across really well in the doc. As well as Willie Lanier, for that matter. I would imagine Willie's about the same age.
Yeah. Yep. They're all up there in their 80s, for sure. There we go. And they won $1 billion so far, so make sure you check them out. Join the 7 million underdoggers today. Make sure you gamble responsibly, but it's a great pick'em game. I think it's the best out there. the best odds. Also have a chance to win the ultimate ride, the Derek Thomas Mercedes raffle. All you got to do is hit the QR code, scan me, and sign up. Make a $100 donation. You'll get a raffle ticket. 100% of the proceeds will go to the Derek Thomas Neil Smith Third and Long Foundation and the Duran Cherry Foundation. The voting will close, or the winning ticket will be pulled October 16th, 2025. So you've got about 2 months to get your piece of Chiefs history, and it's an amazing car. We got some more pictures. Maybe we'll put those up on Friday as well. So again, make sure that you subscribe now for the ultimate ride. And if you're looking for memorabilia, we're going to have a storefront section going to go up on Chiefs Blitz probably in the next couple of weeks. But as a preview, this is one of my Super Bowl IV balls signed by the late Lenny Dawson, my childhood hero, Emma Thomas, Willie Lanier, Bobby Bell, and Johnny Robinson. The first 4 signatures were done at an event a long time ago, and a TriStar event, and then added Johnny Robinson as well to the ball. So comes with a case, comes with free delivery. $14.50 is a steal.
All righty.
All right.
I think that's it for today.
That's it. All right. We'll be back Friday.
Put a plea out there for questions for the Friday show.
Yes. Put questions out there.
Folks, if you guys have questions, or you bring your friends in, get some questions, and Mango will pull them, and more than likely it'll get read on the show, and hopefully we'll have some good answers for you. Right. And as well as fact.
Okay.
There you go. Love it. All right, guys. Peace out.